Live at 5, it's off review. We're going to go over Lizard's ISO. We're going to go over a bunch of stuff. We're going to have a lot of topics, but most important thing, we're going to talk about Nightcrawler coming game tomorrow. I've been trying to get them to use this model. I don't think they're going to listen to me, but that looks like the best thing ever. Now, Lizard, I just want to say, a lot of people have been asking about the ISO. I ended up doing Skirmisher on Lizard because I have a low star. And this is from Benny Westside. Right here it says, until he hits 4 or 5 stars, I'll be running Skirmisher, then swapping to Striker. I feel like that's a reasonable plan. The ISO 8 counterattack assist information, which is never found in game. It's usually published once inside of a blog post, and that's it. Attack primary target for piercing and flip regeneration. Apply bleed and heal block. So that is usually the information that's needed to come to determination if Striker or not makes sense. Let me switch to the other side of the screen and push the kitty out of the way. Whoop. All right, brief server maintenance today. Server maintenance for some minor background processes will occur Thursday tonight, December 7th, and approximately for 60 minutes. I'm always curious on what will be in the data mines after that. So it's going to be different than when they update the game for the patch, because they are doing over the air now. So other games do over the air, and this long patch downtime on patch day should, in theory, become a thing of the patch. But in the meantime, we still have these brief server maintenance, but this does not signal that the patch isn't coming tonight. Also, top Reddit post is don't make Cyclops the new Doctor Strange. There's rumors that Cyclops will be getting a rework for the new X-Men team. As a Cyclops fan, I'm very excited that the leader of the X-Men will finally be a viable character in the game again. But will he be? Please don't give him a terrible rework like Doctor Strange or Scarlet Witch Scopely. He's the leader of the X-Men and should have a kit that makes that obvious. He should summon X-Men like Doc Ock and summon Sinister Six characters. Should ping enemies with his optic blast like Gambit or Kestrel. He should provide meaningful stat increases with passives to all X-Men characters. It should be more plug and play on these teams. We're talking about the undisputed leader of the X-Men and the one-time leader of the entire mutant race. He should be meta. Well, according to Archangel, he said, stay tuned. Tomorrow's blog will have the strike time as well, so you can see the extreme X-Men there. Okay, we're going to have to wait for tomorrow. Now, something that a lot of people have been asking me for is, where is Ms. Marvel hide light in the raid store, in the raid orbs? And they no longer give dates on these, and they say right here, keep an eye out for inbox messages alerting you to the character availability. So I don't know what that's going to be, but they're reluctant to have the accountability of putting the dates. So they stopped putting the dates because it gives them more flexibility, is my understanding, but we'll just have to wait until we get an inbox message. Now, something that is kind of a big deal, in my opinion, is that the replays were put back into the game, so that you can now see in Cosmic Crucible replays not only for your matches, but how your opponent did against your defense. And then in War, you can see your alliance mates and your attacks. So in game, that has been implemented. Now, this is kind of an interesting thing. So there's this test drive event, which, you know how normally in an event there's like 3 tiers and you do the highest tier you can possible and it auto completes the other ones? Well, it's not working with this test drive Superior 6 versus Bifrost. So you can go in there. I'll show you where this is, because it's basically, a 600,000 gold that I wouldn't have got unless someone pointed this out to me. So this is going to be in the events, and then it was in the superior schemes. Most people just go to the tier that they could finish. Like for me, I can't do the bonus tier, but I could do the challenge one. And I didn't know that I could go into the test drive independently, and I was able to net about 600,000 extra gold. And there was some other stuff in there as well. So we do that. Now, I do want to go over this. I think this is kind of... it's worth mentioning one's successes when things are working well. And so this is a notification and some infographics put out by the Players Voice movement. Our voices have mattered. Here they are all together, a collection of suggestions from 2023 that Scopely has implemented into the game from this server. We want to see the kind of change you can bring in 2024. Submit and vote on suggestions here. The more engaged we are, the more we can accomplish in the next phase of our movement. So I guess the call is to be involved. You know, if there's things that you don't like in the game, the Players Voice movement is one of the better ways of providing feedback to Scopely, and they have been effective as they're going to bring out here in the following infographics. If you're wondering what has been submitted for review or just want to browse prior suggestions before posting your own, check out our suggestions tracker. The tracker is updated periodically to note what suggestions have been implemented in game, as well as bring over new suggestions weekly as voted on by you. And then they list a lot of it. Suggestions accepted into 2023. And I like the word suggestion, right? Because at the end of the day, nobody likes being told what to do. But if you suggest something to somebody, they can do whatever they want with it. You know what I mean? Like it's I feel like the word suggest and suggestion is just a really nice word, because oftentimes in life, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. Add favorites to campaign nodes. They're direct access. There were multiple iterations of this. Gear can now be bookmarked. So that was a suggestion put forward by the Player Voice movement. Increased drop rate for nodes. Drop rates were increased. Characters, rework more characters. More characters have and will be reworked, and they show them there. Make newer characters easier to farm sooner. Newer characters have been added to passive stores and campaigns much earlier than in past years. Add more character spaces in stores. Spaces have been added in Raid, War, and Crucible stores. I am not going to go over all of the things here because there's 5 pages of them. These were all things that were put together from the community through the mechanism of the Player Voice movement. Suggestions were submitted to Scopely, and a lot of them were implemented. And I think this is a good thing, because I think myself, when this Player Voice movement got started, like a lot of people, I was skeptical of 2 things. The first one, I was skeptical that Scopely was actually going to listen. And then secondly, I was skeptical that the weighting of the Player Voice movement was leaning towards heavy spenders and Krakens. And I also felt that Scopely was not going to listen to free-to-play and, you know, the players that are maybe battle pass players, or maybe people that are light spenders or buy once a year, and they were only going to listen to the heavy spenders. Well, I'm glad to say that I felt like that was a healthy skepticism on my part, and I know a lot of other people in the community felt the same way, but it's proved to be that they do listen to the Player Voice movement, and it does look like there is strong feedback being received and listened to from non-Krakens. It's a good thing, right? Because what's the point in playing the game if it's just Krakens? You know, there has to be a good, meaningful way of playing this game without spending ungodly amounts of money. Speaking of ungodly amounts of money, Whip's new helicopter fund. If you're not familiar, community manager Whip, who often transmits from the Scopely yacht, was very upset. Very upset. You know what? I don't normally do this. I don't normally do this in offer review, but I think you got to see it for yourself. Let's see what he says. Greetings, Commander. My name is Community Manager Whip, and I just wanted to show you all of the places that I often broadcast from. Right here, we've got the Scopely Yacht. Let me tell you about that. And then also, we've got the Scopely Helipad. Oh man, Community Manager Whip loves it. But I want to talk to you about a pressing issue here on the Scopely Yacht. So, as you know, I work very hard. I've earned all of this money, and I got to say, as a heartfelt appreciation from Community Manager Whip, that's right, Whale Harder, you peasants, is we love you Money, your money. We love you. And we need your help. We love our yacht right here. It's amazing. The cool thing about this yacht is that it has 2 helipads. Not 1, but 2 helipads and 1 helicopter. That's right. We only have 1 helicopter here on the Scopely yacht. We need your help. Spend money on Marvel Strike Force so we can get our 2nd helicopter. Thank you. Recording. Whips, new helicopter fund. Yeah. Hey, you can spend $2,000 a day plus to get a 3 diamond apocalypse. Get on it. They need that 2nd helicopter. Are we going to get any access to diamonds besides the Cosmic Crucible diamond level? Because I'm never going to make it to diamond, and I plateaued in platinum last week, but now I'm in gold because everybody's going hard this season. Hey man, I'm in master, so I get these diamond platinum orbs, and the last 2 weeks, like, I've gotten 7 of these orbs. Nothing memorable out of them. The first 4 I pulled all 7s, and then the 3 today, one was a duplicate and the other one was an upgrade to Electra and the other one was an upgrade to Crossbones. It's been extremely disheartening. Nitpick: attack animation where a character starts breakdancing across the enemy team starting to feel overused, and this is like the one that is on Zombie Juggernaut, which I actually thought was really cool when I first saw it. Okay, it's probably not that overused. It just feels like a lot of recent characters have this. Mockingbird, Tigra, Zombie Juggernaut, Craven, and now Lizard. Tackless looks so awkward compared to Shang-Chi, Calling Wings, or Big Time Spades alt. I noticed that. I think we have 2 offers worth considering. I'm not going to be buying this, but they haven't been selling these for this price. So, you know, we've got what I don't even know if this is a dark diamond, or is this just a diamond orb without the dawn. Anyways, $20 plus an Elite 7 and an Elite 6. That's been the lower of the price. I mean, typically they've been selling these for $40. And then right here, good lordy. Not only does Scopely need a new helicopter, a 2nd helicopter, they need it yesterday. This is another way that you can help them get that helicopter. All right. Let me know what you think in the comment section. As always, thanks for watching. Keep on gaming. Bye for now.